This is a very interesting story as there is another new PEPE coin millionaire. And if you want to be surprised, well, maybe you won't be. It's the same guy that was the Dogecoin millionaire. I want to talk about some of the comments this individual made during a recent interview. I also want to talk about the momentum on this new 3-month high that Ethereum price has finally achieved, and some of the news regarding inflation today, what it means for the crypto market, PEPE, and your crypto bags. Welcome back to the Crypto Report, everybody. I am Crypto Kip. Do me a favor. As you're watching this video, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Leave a comment, smash the like button, subscribe if you want more content, and let's look at some of these charts together. So to kick things off, guys, Bitcoin's at $109,000 today, just a few dollars away from its previous all-time high. We got up to $111,000, $112,000 recently for Bitcoin, a $2.1 trillion asset. Incredible. Dogecoin has been the biggest meme coin in crypto to date, with a $30 billion market cap today. And if you take a look at where Pepe's at, it is below Shiba Inu, but Pepe is sitting very nicely right now at rank number 26 with a $5.5 billion market cap. $5.5 billion in a meme coin about a frog. That is crypto in a nutshell. Looking at the all-time chart for this total market cap, it had gotten up to almost 11 billion. It is currently 50% of that. And people that have been watching this market see these big dips, and people that understand how crypto works is, and really assets overall, is when there are big dips, that is a time to accumulate. And that's exactly what some folks do. And one individual has now become a PEPE millionaire. And yes, it's the Dogecoin millionaire. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice, but he gives a pretty interesting comment in the end of this article that I want to share with you. But for those of you guys that don't know, this individual, Mr. Contesto, you've seen him, otherwise known as the Dogecoin millionaire. Well, he's now coming out and saying he's a PEPE millionaire. This guy put in, I think, $100,000 into PEPE after making a lot of money on Dogecoin and actually becoming a Dogecoin millionaire, holding all of his Dogecoin to the bottom, losing his millionaire status, and then became a millionaire once again because he did hold so much Dogecoin. And with those profits, and he did take some profits, I believe, he did end up getting into PEPE and some others that he actually mentions in this article. Actually, he may not have sold any of his Dogecoin yet, but the shocking thing in this article is that he actually does intend to sell them. If you look at a quote, and I'm not going to read all of it, no, trust me, bro, I will sell. I'm not going to go past 2025 without selling at least half of my Dogecoin. I am not going to round trip Doge ever again. It's not worth it. Not worth it at all, bro. That's what the Dogecoin millionaire says. But what he did was he was making $10,000 a month on YouTube because of his popularity and being the Dogecoin millionaire, and started to put that into PEPE because PEPE was clearly one of the most popular meme coins. And on top of being a PEPE millionaire, he wants to be a millionaire on Brett and Floki too, some other very popular cryptos, which he also put $100,000 into. $100,000 into a meme coin that 10x's, boom, you're a millionaire. But not everybody's making $10,000 a month on YouTube. Not everybody's a Dogecoin millionaire and can take profit from that and put it into some other cryptos. This guy had a lot of money, made a lot of money on Doge because he got into that one early. Very lucky, as many Dogecoin millionaires were. Made some more money because of the popularity from that, invested in PEPE, which was the next big one, made money on that, and is now investing in some other memes. So what does this all mean for PEPE and you? Does this mean that you too can be a PEPE millionaire? Well, he's got $100,000 in Brett and Floki to become a millionaire. That's how the millionaire, the Memecoin millionaire, is doing it, by putting $100,000 into some other memes. What that tells you is, you know, he's not putting in $1,000 into these other memes. I don't think he thinks that $1,000 is enough to become a millionaire. So in order to become a millionaire on a PEPE or a Floki or these other coins, you're going to need to put in a silly amount of money into these memes, right? Now, I think that PEPE has a lot of potential to go a lot higher. You're looking at a lot of stories about this PEPE millionaire now, and this is hitting the headlines today quite a bit. PEPE is certainly huge, and Ethereum's getting a very big rally. As we're seeing Ethereum hit a 3-month high, PEPE is the leading meme coin on the Ethereum chain. You know, it could have a very big pump. I think we could see PEPE do some really tremendous moves in this bull market. Certainly get back to its previous highs at $10 billion. And frankly, it might even 10x from there. We could see PEPE maybe 20x in this bull market. But that means that if you want to become a PEPE millionaire, you got to put in about $50,000 into PEPE, and it needs to go to a $100 billion market cap. Is it possible? Yeah, I mean, I think it's possible. But, is it likely? Is a 20x ever likely? I would say that no, it's never very likely, but possible is real. And we've seen this happen in crypto. PEPE is definitely one of the top coins, and I'm quite bullish on it. It might even go more than that. But conservatively, if you catch a 2x, a 5x, a 10x, or a 20x on PEPE, at some point along the way, it is a very healthy practice to take profit. And if you don't believe me, listen to the Dogecoin millionaire himself. Looking at the very last quote in the end of this article, I will sell. I am not going past 2025 without selling at least half my Dogecoin. This Dogecoin millionaire has regrets about not taking profit on the million that he made with Doge. And I'm sure that he's going to be approaching PEPE the same way. That is the name of the game in crypto, is to take profit. Now, I've been doing a lot of trading as well lately. Right now, I'm in a little Bitcoin short, actually, about $100 in the profit. Don't have a stop loss set right now. I wanted to share with you guys, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to set a little bit of a stop loss right here. There's another high leverage play with a low amount of money comparatively for my portfolio. And if this trade goes the wrong way, I'll be $261 in the red. Right now, it is $116 in the green. You know what, matter of fact, I'm going to bring this a little bit lower so that we just limit the loss a little bit more. There you go. So if it goes the wrong way, I'll be $140 in the red. Right now, I'm $100 in the green. Why am I shorting Bitcoin right now after Ethereum's been pumping and Bitcoin's been pumping and the inflation data is so good? Well, today we had a nice pump because the inflation data was very good. And if you take a peek at the news, you'll see this. Consumer prices rise less than expected in May. That is very good for PEPE. That is very good for crypto. Why? Because if consumer prices rise less than expected, that's a sign that inflation is cooling. If inflation is cooling, that could be a type of news to get the Fed, as you can see here, potentially to cut the federal interest rate here in the US. If we get a federal interest rate cut, that is typically a sign for a potential rally in risk on assets. Why would I short it at this news? Well, because what we do see is a little bit of buy the rumor, sell the news, or buy the news and then sell off a little bit after. This is a very quick trade. I'm making trades to the upside, to the downside every single day. If you want to trade for yourself, you can sign up for Blowfin using the link in the description down below. You can trade PEPE there. You can trade Bitcoin. You can trade all your favorite coins. But if you're holding PEPE and you're trying to become a PEPE billionaire like this Dogecoin millionaire has achieved in this cycle, and you want to make money on PEPE, it's okay to take profit on the way up. That's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but I want to talk about these things with you guys as I see them come up to just address some of the news that's going on, talk about the realities of what I see as potential for PEPE, which is a lot of upside with great profit-taking opportunities along the way. That's all I have in this one, guys. I'm Crypto Kip. This is the Crypto Report. You can sign up for Blowfin using the link in the comments in the description down below. I'll have more content coming to you guys every single day because that's just what we do here at the Crypto Report. Smash a like, subscribe, 2 videos if you want to check them out here. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace.